Yeah, hi guys. So I'm just doing a little video on a gear indicator for an R6. This is a 2005 R6. This is a gear indicator. So it's an Idea gear indicator. This is from Amazon. I'll put a link underneath. So yeah, I believe this will be the same setup for 2003 and 2004 models. I believe it's the same. So once you get this, you get loads of wiring and everything, shitloads of wiring. And then there's a couple of things you've got to try and locate. So on my particular bike, I'm guessing I'm a bit lucky really, but so first things first, when you first get this, so I'll set that torch up. So this is the loom, or the wiring that comes from the gear indicator. I've just literally just finished programming it, so ignore all the wiring at the moment. I'll just clean it up after. So this is the loom from the gear indicator. So you get these two white plugs, and then you get two other wires that you've got to connect. So one's being this black and green one, and another one is this black and red one. So first of all, these three pin connectors, this is the speed sensor connector. So this is a 2005 R6, so it's literally right underneath the fuel tank. On the right hand side, you just unplug it and then connect these two in between. Nice and easy. Now the second one is trying to find the crankcase connector, which, funny enough, was right next to it. It's this clear connector. 2 pin, 2 cables, little clear connector. So on the wiring harness that you get with the gear indicator, these two other ones, as I said, so you get a green and black one and you get a red and black one. Now the green black one is basically it's to get a signal from the crankcase. So on this crankcase connector, sorry, I'm a bit too lazy to take the tank off. So on the wiring loom side, as you can see where my finger is now, on the left side of this connector, so the clip at the top, left side, as you can see, is a blue and black on the left hand side. Right hand side is like a white or grey. Now you can see where I've tapped in just behind it this red connector. So the green one is gone onto the right hand side one, this grey one underneath my thumb. That's where this green one from the gear indicator wiring, which is this bunch, like I said. So you get these two white 3 pinners, they go to your speed sensor connector, and the other two, these two, the green and black one goes to this white one. Now the only reason being, as I've gone behind it, is I've unplugged the crankcase sensor, because the wiring on the behind, you get there's about inch and a half's worth of cable. It was under a bit of electrical tape, so I just peeled that back and then just literally, you can't really see too well, but I've just basically just spliced in between. So the green wire is gone to the right hand side, this grey one. Now the last wire you've got to do is the positive one. So like I said, so you've done the green and black one now, so this is from the harness, from the gear indicator. Green one's now done. The red and black one, sorry it's not focusing very well. Now you've just got this red one. You get a load of length with it, loads of cable. Now what I've done, being my R6 is a 2005, it has to connect to a switched positive feed. So obviously if you just connect this red one to power the gear indicator, you just connect it directly up to the battery, obviously it's just going to be on constant, which obviously you don't want. So I've gone onto my rear brake light feed, so it's always going to be on whilst my ignition's on. So on the left hand side of the bike, as I said, this is a 2005 R6. You've got a little brown connector just here. If you follow your brake switch wiring, which is this one, follow it up from the right hand side, it'll come all the way up and it'll just lead to this connector anyway. But on mine, what I've done is the positive lead from the gear indicator wiring, I've connected it to the right hand side one. So you've got the main clip facing upwards, it's connected to the right hand side one. Now you can test this, because once you get them two connected up, as soon as you turn your ignition on, so I haven't really finished putting this in the place I want it yet, but so if I just put it like that, as soon as I take my ignition on, the gear indicator should light up. Okay, that's when you know it's right. So obviously I just need to tidy all the cables up now, but this is just to show you if some people are having a bit of a problem trying to find the two plugs. That's where they are on this particular model. So once that's done, then you've got the program inside. So once you're getting a feed, turn the ignition on. This will then do its 1 to 6 countdown. So at this point you'd start the engine up, then this will show like an L, so it's learning. You might have to give it a few revs. I had to go sort of in between 2 to 3,000, so it's picking up the signal from the crankcase wiring, that green one. Once it's picked that signal up, the L will change to a 1. So then obviously clutch in, put it into first gear, let the clutch out, go into 1, give it a few little revs, nothing too much. I mean obviously I've got mine up on the paddock stand, so it's a bit dodgy, but go into first gear, let the clutch out, give it just a few little revs, it will learn 1. When it's done that, you'll see a little N come up, so it's learnt neutral, doesn't matter about that one. It'll go straight into second. You might have to do neutral, I didn't have to, I don't know why it did it, but if you do have to do neutral, then obviously just go into neutral, let the clutch out, give it a few revs and it will learn the signal. But mine just went straight into second, so I went straight into second gear, clutch out, gave it a few little revs, it flickered a few times, learnt second, then it went to third. So it was telling me to go now and go into third gear, so again, clutch in, third gear, clutch back out, give it a few little revs, third started blinking, and then so forth, same thing, fourth, fifth and the sixth. Now when you're done on 6, once it's finished it'll come up a little circle, or it'll stop flashing, it'll just go solid 6. That's it, it's done. So then you can just go back down 5th, 4th, whatever you want to do. Sometimes it might not pick up straight away. What I did notice with mine is that if I have it on idle and I've gone from say 3rd gear down to 1st at idle, it won't count down, it didn't count down straight away. I had to give it a few revs and then it recognised. So you have to give it a few revs for it to notify and knows what gear you're in, if that makes any sense. So, but obviously while you're riding you're constantly on the throttle near enough anyway. So yeah, so it's just a little video, just might help some people. I know it was having online, I couldn't find too much information. So yeah, get any problems, send us a message and I'll see if I can help you out. But again, this is an R6, this is a 2005 model, so it's with the crappy headlights. I'm doing a mod on them soon. I'm gonna just single projector the pair of them. That'll be in another video I do shortly. But this is 2005, so the installation I think will be exactly the same for 2003, 2004. Anyway, I hope this helps you all, and yeah, good luck.